have the back take position, okay, I'm just gonna grab loosely and I'm going to control the wrist and I'm here. So I kind of have a Kimura grip, okay? So let's just say my choking position is not working, he's defending my choke. My head's always tucked tight. The choking hand is going to come off, and as I'm holding the wrist, I'm controlling the palm and I'm grabbing my motorcycle grip. So I pretty much have a Kimura grip here. As we fall to this side, I'm going to ensure that I keep my left hook. Okay, but I'm extending and pushing my arms to his chest. So now when he tries to bring his back to the mat or roll out, it is much harder. From here, I'm going to pop this arm over his head and then straighten it again. So again, if he tries to roll to his stomach, it's pretty hard because I'm controlling the wrist and pinning that to his chest. Now if he tries to get his back to the mat, because I kept that hook in, it's very difficult. From here, I'll keep walking back and extending. Now at this point, I have so much leverage, it's really hard for Ab to move and I can control him. For people that lack flexibility as well, it's much easier at this point for me to bring my leg over his head. Now, I'm not casual with it and I don't swoop it here in case he grabs my ankle. Then at that point, he may be able to scissor his legs and sit up, okay? So as my leg comes over, I'm bringing it here and I'm flexing it and I'm hamstring curling his head. So I'm hacking his head and I always try to bring my left leg over so I'm crossing my feet. Okay, so a lot of times they tell you not to cross the feet. I disagree with that because now if I hamstring curl and I pull out in, he's pretty stuck. So even just holding here, if he tries to move, there's a lot of weight on his head. And you can see now with the pinch I have and the way I've retracted my legs, there's a great deal of space for me to break his arm. If for some reason this isn't working, I can also remove my right leg now. I can bring it under his head, sit him up, grab my shin, hip myself to the mat, and lock on a reverse triangle. Okay, so we'll go back again. Okay, so we have the back take here, and we're fighting the position. For whatever reason, the choke's not working. The choking hand controls his palm, and I control my other palm. So as we're falling here, and I put my hip to the mat, I bring this over, and I extend, and I start to walk out. Okay, so it's very critical that you guys have your arms straight, creating a leverage, and I have an anchor point with my left leg. So now when he tries to move, I keep this pressure into his chest. I can keep walking out. So now we're at a very strong angle. When this leg comes over his head, I hamstring curl his face. Okay, so I'll switch the angle so you guys can watch it later. So now that we're here, he's facing this direction. Same thing here. I control, this goes over his head, and as we fall, I head out and extend. Now from here, when this leg comes over, I flex his face, I cross over top, and I pull him in. So first one is the arm bar, lifting up. If it does not work, this leg comes off and it stacks his head. I reach underneath of his neck, I grab my own shin, and I hip out. I get to the mat. I flex my legs, and I never let go of my own shin. And as my leg comes over, I should be able to get the top. As well too, if that side doesn't work, because our angle is so strong, I can switch, and then from here, we can hit the other side.